So in this video I'm going to be talking about the brand guidelines video, which is basically summarised in 4 points. The first one is the typeface and font, the second is the use of colour, the third is the production logo, and finally brand identity. So for the font and typeface, on all 3 of my products I want it to kind of be spiky, maybe a little bit edgy. I'm debating the colours. I'm thinking maybe like black or white, just to keep it quite simple and plain, as I do want the font to stand out more. I also want to make sure that whatever words I'm writing stand out massively compared to the image. This is just normal stuff really. I don't really want it fading into the background or anything. I might use a bit of red for some of my fonts. This might just work better with the whole image if it's quite a vibrant image anyway, or quite busy, but we'll see. So it's either going to be red, white or black, kind of spiky, kind of edgy, but that sort of style. Moving on to the use of colour. So throughout I do want there to be quite a strong theme of red, especially in the studio. So I already know that I want a dark room scene and an infinite black room idea. I know that I'm going to be doing a few different things in that black room, so I want there to be a theme of like a reddy, tingy light. This might be good to create shadows on my actor's face or anything like that, but I know that I do want there to be a strong theme of red in the studio. So then when that contrasts with the external shoots, I know that I'm either going to have it 2 ways. So it's going to be just normal colour, normal lighting, normal everything, and then Lucan is going to be just in red. So it would be as though he's a little bit abnormal and just a little bit different to everybody else. Or I'm going to colour grade it like in Schindler's List, where everything's black and white, but again there's one thing which is a little bit reddy and tingy that way. So I really like this idea. I've been playing with it in my head for quite a while now, and I think that could work with the whole style. I might do some of the studio shots black and white as well, and then just like focus on the red parts, but we'll see how it goes. So moving on to the production logo. Originally I had 2 different designs for Peachy Productions, but I decided to go with the writing one where it writes itself. I think that this has a more cinematic look and it just brings more good connotations. The fact that it's a little bit more fun, a bit more free flowing and everything like that. I love the fact that it has got alliteration for the whole wording. It's just a little bit different. Yeah, bit of fun. Even though it might not specifically match the vibe of Teeth, I think that it's good to show that the production label or the production logo isn't just all around one thing, that it can be diverse, which is a good thing. Okay, so moving on to brand identity, this would be looking at things which tie the 3 promotional products together. So that's the digipack, the website and the music video. So one thing which I know that I really want to have is that really strong theme of red. I've already talked a little bit about the colour grading and how I want to transfer that to different elements, but that's one of my main themes, you could say. I also want to make sure that there's a real theme of like dark and kind of intense. I want to use this as a way to keep the audience engaged and like not to look away and just like those sort of things. For the lighting, I know that a lot of it I want to be low-key, if that's in in the studios or in specific outdoor locations. I know that, for example, the park, I don't want to film that at night. I will want to film that during the day, so that will have a good contrast, to be fair. So for the clothing, when it comes to Lucan, I want him to be wearing kind of edgy, kind of yeah, edgy is probably the best word. So I'm thinking like leather jackets, kind of tartan shirts, maybe just a white shirt, just some jeans, a little bit normal, but then at the same time like, oh, you're in a leather jacket, it's midday, what are you doing? I just want to give off that little bit of a vibe, so then little bit standing out, but then not shocking. Okay, then for Saskia, I want to make sure that she's wearing kind of casual, basic clothes. I know that she will be changing clothing throughout because I want her to do a few different activities, but the general idea is that it's more normal, like day to day. For example, in the park I want her to wear active wear, but then later on I want her to wear something a little bit smarter, a little bit more posh, just like little changes like that, so nothing over the top. Okay, so that summarises my branding guidelines.